Hi everyone, welcome to my live. So I'm coming to you at 6 p.m. PM on the 14th of September. So hi and welcome. Looks like I've got some people watching already, so thank you for waiting. Okay, so I've actually got a pretty jam-packed night tonight. I'm not going to be doing readings myself, but I will be introducing a couple of the readers for Ocean Wings. So in case you haven't been watching or you've just joined me for the first time, I have been talking about my Ocean Wings virtual reading room on not this weekend, but next weekend. So the 23rd to the 26th of September. So I've actually got a couple of readers on tonight. I'll introduce the first one. The first one is Thorspel. So he's actually going to be available the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He's a really interesting guy. He's read me, and I was just completely blown away by what he picked up with me. So I'll introduce him, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself. And if you're lucky, you might even get a reading by him. So just to see what he actually does, and if he resonates with you, you can obviously book him at Ocean Wings just looking at that link, rhondasreadings.com. So I'll just add him to the stream. Hello. Hello, Thorspel. How are you?
Good. How are you, Rhonda?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm really excited to have you here. We worked, for those of you who don't know, we worked together at the MBS about 3 years ago or something like that, I think.
About 3 years ago.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, I think you did. That's right. I think we did a couple together.
Yeah,
and you did some readings for me. You read your runes. You read your cards. It was quite interesting, and each day you told me something different, but it was relevant to what was going on in my life. So that was really interesting. But
cool.
so I do these lives. I come to people through my Facebook group, my Facebook page, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, and my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings, and Twitch. So that's a gaming platform. But for the purposes of everyone watching, so it looks like we've got half a dozen or so watching at the moment. Would you like to tell us what you can offer during Ocean Wings?
Wow. Well, I've been reading professionally since 2006, but before that, since the 90s. So it's been a while for me doing readings. I'm a rune master, so I've been doing runes since 1990. And continuously doing my gifts with that. I do tarot. I've been doing tarot since 1995, on and off at markets, fairs, psychic fairs here in Sydney, here in Brisbane, Melbourne. I've done some in Tasmania. I was there 11 and a half years in Tasmania, so I was doing a lot of psychic fairs and markets down there. I do use this, which is my shamanic stick, which I use to guide myself with readings. I've also got these two other little pieces as well, which I use. Hang on, I'm trying to work out the camera. All right, that's right.
Yeah.
And
so did you make them yourself?
The two little ones, no. The big one, yes, I have made myself.
Okay.
I do shamanic work, so I do shamanic healings and journeys. That's another thing I've been doing very recently, and I've just started a whole new idea called Inner Scene, which is basically culminating all my gifts that I do to help my clients get a better option and try to get an accurate reading for them if I can. But I like helping people. That's my gift. And
that's really beautiful. Yeah, and I do find your readings very unique. As in, I can't remember why, because it was so long ago. Like, you read me a couple of years ago, but you kind of said something, and I thought that doesn't make sense, and then you said something else, and then everything made sense. So it was
I have a habit.
Was quite interesting. Yeah, but it was quite interesting.
With a lot of my clients that I've got a few, I've got some international, I've got a lot of local and interstate, and, it's just, the people I've touched with my gift, it's just amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
I say things at the time, but people just go, no, that doesn't make any applicable sense. But like a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year later, go, oh, that actually happened. And I've had a few cases where I've actually given readings like in relation to work for new jobs, and they've been going, oh no, that's never going to happen. And then suddenly, like 3 months later, they're going, yeah, I've got a new job, and exactly what you said. So
I'm the same. I'll predict a new job or something like that, and I'll say, "Oh no, I'm happy at my work," and then a week later, I'm not happy at my work. So, and then it's kind of, you're not. I mean, everyone has free will, but often you do pick up on things that might not make sense. But it is great when they validate that and they come back to you.
They do, and it's lovely. I love my whole thing with this job that I do. My gift is to help people, and I'm a healer. I do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. I do spiritual healing. I do massage. I do all kinds of shamanic healing. So
beautiful.
I just, in all facets, also because I'm pagan and a witch, I do a lot of witchcraft stuff as well, which might scare a few people, but that's just with good light and love and light.
Yeah, for sure.
And good balance, everything comes to balance and kindness and respect and honor. And I respect and honor every client I have and give them my best. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, that's out of my area of expertise, if we're experts in anything. But that it always comes back to the basics for me of what your intention is. So if you're doing that with a pure heart, a good intention to help your client, to empower your client, that's positive. So
totally, yeah. If you bring greed and ego fear into it, doesn't work.
Yeah, beautiful. So for someone to book in to see you, Thorspel, would they need to bring anything? Do you need anything before the reading, or just they come to you with questions?
They can come as a blank canvas and just get what they want. If they want me to do psychometry, I do psychometry, which is reading objects. I do that as well. But mostly I just get my clients, most of them are being phone, and most of the clients have been phone because of lockdown, of course, but
of course.
other reasons, because they might not be in the same state. But exactly. And just come to me and I'll look after you.
Beautiful.
So with my hour readings, I usually give a bonus coffee cup reading as a bonus. If they can't come to me, I give them a bonus oracle card reading on top of the hour reading that I give them.
Coffee cup readings are they're very popular. So on my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings, I have a playlist where I call it Rhonda's Teachers, and I try to teach something completely random or different, like how to read photos, how to read coffee cups. And the idea is to push people out of their comfort zone. So if someone says, I'm a psychic medium, I do this, I'll say, well, why not try this? And so that people don't block themselves, they actually just try it. And I was fascinated. The things that people picked up were amazing. So people that didn't say they read coffee cups were able to pick up things.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. I've done readings for people with coffee cups, and they've just looked at me going, this is a little hogwash. And then suddenly, like weeks later, they're going, you were correct. Even for myself, when I give myself coffee cup readings, it's like, interesting. Just a few days ago, I looked at one and it literally had 2 people and a bridge, and it was just like I've lost a friend a few weeks ago through illness, and it was just like I felt like she was with me, and she's just crossed over the bridge next world. So a lot of beautiful synchronicities around at the moment. Lockdown's hard on everyone, but we can make it hard on ourselves or better, and I just want to bring a bit of light to the world. Really,
100%. So you're basically providing a bit of comfort and guidance. Okay, are you happy to do some readings for us tonight, Thorspel?
Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we do have comments. First of all, I'll just say hello from Anastasia Enchanted. I love that name. It's very exotic. Okay. All right, I might do this one first. So it's, have I shown that? No, I haven't. Okay, so it's put out to both of us, but Gianne Frost Lewis has asked anything for her thanks tonight.
I feel a piece of her has been broken, and it's healing, and I do feel a part of things happening in her life, Joanne, is really good. You've come out of the darkness, you're coming into the light. I feel a lot of happiness around you. I feel family's really strong around you in a positive way, even though some of your family members are a bit jealous of what you do and what you are, and how you work. But honestly, feel a lot of love around you, a lot of kindness. Your children are beautiful, and I feel like a lot of country air, magic from the earth magic around you. I feel a lot of about healing. I feel that you could be a healer in some form if you're not studying that. I feel somewhere down the track, maybe in the next few months or maybe next year, you might look into learning Reiki or some other healing modality. I feel you're a very strong woman. You've had a lot happen to you when you were younger, and you've had a lot taken away from you. But now I feel things are starting to come back to you in a positive, strong way. And I feel the higher forces and the universe smiling on you in a very positive way. So the next couple of months are going to be very testing for you, and I feel there's going to be some challenges which we all are going through, but I feel also that they're going to be things that once you've crossed that mark and crossed that bridge, you get to the greater goal. And I feel a really good chance of some really major good light and love and compassion from your end, but also from other people like your friends are actually starting to support you in your need. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. And that's actually what I picked up too. The first thing I picked up was like stillness and time for appreciation and reflection. That's the first thing I picked up with her. But you went into it a lot deeper. Yeah, I feel like Gianna is a really interesting lady.
Beautiful. Very beautiful
Yeah,
person.
beautiful. Thank you for that. So we've just got hello. I have just written a comment just asking people to like and share this video if they would like a reading. That's through Facebook, or if you're watching through YouTube, if you could subscribe to Rhonda's readings and like the vlog. If you don't like it, either click it twice or don't click it.
We must do the click.
Yeah, the click. All right. So we've got Natalie. Natalie Byers is asking if there's any guidance for her, saying that would be appreciated.
Feel with Natalie that there's this feeling of people, mixed emotions, mixed talking, a lot of chit chat and unusual sort of like, it's not backstabbing, it's like this sort of integrating of energies and feeling like people are saying too many things and too many issues, and it's sort of confusing you, Natalie, a bit. I feel also that you've also had a lot of problems around health. I'm not a medical person, so I can't say what they are, but I feel around health there might have been some issues with that in the past. I feel now you're coming into like Joanne before. I feel you're coming into light as well, and in a very positive way. People are really starting to notice you more. In the past, you weren't noticed. You were sort of like in the background, and people didn't really notice you. But now people notice you for who you are and your amazing talents. I feel art is a very big thing with you. I'm getting like color, a lot of color and painting and just creativity and a lot of inspiration. You really inspire people by who you are, and I really trust that you've got a real gift to talk, but you've got such a compassion and kindness that sometimes that can be an enemy and sometimes that can be really good, because some people just really just need to feel the light and feel the compassion, that kindness, that gentle smile and that really great happy sort of beautifulness. I feel literally what I'm seeing, an image what I'm seeing with you now is that it's literally I've got tulips growing at the moment, so I'm seeing a tulip literally blossoming out and opening up in the sunlight. So you're blooming. It's beautiful. You're
beautiful.
a goddess in your own right. So yeah, good on you, Natalie. You've got some great
Wow,
stuff.
that's beautiful.
I
Isn't
reckon
it beautiful when people?
5 months. I reckon you've got something really major happening around work and relationships, but it's a positive, a real positive, a boom.
Wow, that's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful when people start to blossom and come into their power?
She's
It's really
gorgeous.
magical. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go, Natalie. I hope you love that reading because I did. Alrighty. Yeah, that was really interesting. We've got a bit of an interesting one now. So we've actually got Nav from YouTube. So Nav has asked if she will get the job offer from Canada or the Bahrain one. Which one will she get if you're drawn to either one? So that's quite an interesting question. I mean, we don't know where Nav is based. She's watching from YouTube. I do actually get a list of where people are watching from, and I have people from America, Canada, the UK, and I'm not feeling that Nav is in any of those countries, but
Yeah, that's what
I'm not
I'm
sure.
like. I'm thinking it's neither Canada or, but I'm definitely not
Yeah,
Bahrain.
I'm not feeling like she's from either one. Yeah,
I think it's more Europe, like France or like England.
Okay.
Or the continent of Europe. I feel France is very strong. And I also feel like if it is Canada, it's the French speaking part of Canada,
Right.
not the English
So
part.
Quebec
So it'll be the east coast of Canada. Bahrain, no. It's going to be weird because she's going to be offered the Bahrain job really, really bigly and greatly, and she'll be like going, that sounds too good. And it is, it's too good to be true. The other one is sort of like, it's off. It sort of like sounds like it could be a good offer, but you're sort of like tossing, you're thinking more towards Bahrain, but I don't think either of those. I think it's going to be in Europe or in England.
Mm.
If it is Canada, it will be the East Coast. I don't think it'll be BC or Vancouver or Toronto or those areas. And hope to God that's not Saskatchewan, because that's pretty cold.
Yeah, you can say that better than me. My husband and I were looking at going to Canada, and I was saying the name, and he said that's not how you say it. And I said, how would you know? And then so sure enough, we looked on YouTube videos, and he said it correctly, and I didn't. And I've actually been to Canada, so it's funny.
My family are going to immigrate to Saskatchewan, and I thought in my childlike mind, thinking I was going to speak French and it was going to be great. Then my friend in Canada goes, "No, it's dead flat, boring, and freezing in winter and hot in summer." And I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I picked up the same with Nav.
I really think France or England.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah, I feel that one of those jobs will either be too good to be true with money, but the conditions will be poor. It's almost like this they're overselling it or something, and it's not going to be what it is. That's what I'm feeling. So the same.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also this feeling like the Bahrain one's very sneaky. There's something.
Okay, right.
Something sneaky about it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
so again,
they're telling you, Nav, what they want you to hear, but I don't believe they're telling the truth.
Yeah, beautiful. So again, what we're talking about at the start, that it goes towards a person's intentions is the most important thing. Yeah. Okay. So, this is the lady I said hello to at the start, Anastasia Enchanted. So, also, Nav, if you can let us know where you're watching from. If anyone can let us know where you're watching from, that'll be great. So Anastasia Enchanted has asked, may I please get a love reading? Do you see a love relationship entering my life very soon? Thank you.
Do you want to be honest?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Not at the moment.
No. Yeah.
And why I'm saying that is because I feel there's still some more building of Anastasia to do, and there's a person that she's leaning towards, but I feel that person isn't the right one, and there's someone even better around the corner who's
beautiful,
heaps better, more kinder, more caring. I feel like I will definitely say no at this present time, but I reckon probably around about December, November, maybe something might blossom then.
Yeah, beautiful,
And I
beautiful.
feel
Thank you for that.
also around February to April, there's going to be a love interest then. I feel around about the 15th or the 13th or 15th of April, which, if you understand what April's named after, it's like the slang word for Venus, which is the goddess of love. So,
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
yeah, it's Aprilis, which is like a spring goddess, but it's the spring version of Aphrodite. So,
Oh, wow.
I think around then.
That, wow, that's beautiful. And I do just to let people know, I've handpicked the readers for Ocean Wings, and I am drawn to readers who read like I do, and that they're straightforward. So if the answer's no, they'll tell you. And you know, you will find readers have different styles, but I'd rather have readers that just tell you how it is, just honest in the way they pick it up. And obviously, Thorspel was really diplomatic and kind and compassionate in the way he delivered that, but he was also very honest. So they're the type of readers you'll expect at
And
Ocean
also,
Wings.
and also, I'm Dutch background, so we're very direct.
I'm surprised you're not taller.
No, I'm the shortest one in the family.
Yeah, well, I'm only 5
My
foot tall,
brother's
so
7 foot tall.
wow.
My
Yeah, I
brother
definitely
and
don't have any
sister are
Dutch
both-
ancestry.
Yeah, my brother and sister are both 7 foot tall, nearly.
Yeah, wow, amazing.
Scary.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to put another one up for you. So we've got Lisa Marie also from YouTube. Hi, Thorspel. Welcome. I would love to know what you see coming up for me if you feel drawn to me. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to change sticks. You're an interesting one. Don't have to prove anything to anyone. Don't have to prove who you are, what you do, how you live. And I feel also a very big key in work. You're learning new skills with work. You may be doing some learning or some to do with communication. I'm seeing Mercury, like the god Mercury, which is all about communication and speaking and talking. So it could be a teacher, or it could be like communication with technology, like phones or something like that. I do feel also that you're changing your lifestyle and changing how you see your life, and at a milestone in your life at the moment where you have done everything and now you want to do more, but it's a lot of things that have been around that have stopped you. People, family, friends, just people have tried to stop you from doing things that you really want to do. I feel you're very, very major in intelligence and how you talk to people. I think communication is a very big thing for you. Being spoken to, being heard, being diplomatic, feeling that your words are valid, and I really feel a good sense of speaking out what you feel is true to you, and getting people to understand that you're not coming from a crazy situation, that you're actually really true to yourself and true to your convictions. On a religious level, I feel you're blooming in that. Like there's something in that with religion where you're starting to take things from different places and actually culturally and physically and mentally and emotionally just really blooming in that field. And also I feel a lot about animals. I feel there's a cat that's around that has been sick a little bit, but it's getting better. It's an old cat, but God, you're so blessed with that creature. I feel also that very big with animals. I think there's a lot of nature around you. If you're in the city or live in the city, I feel there's nature around you, even if it feels like you're in a cement forest. But yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So we've just had a thank you from Natalie. She loved your reading.
Oh, thank you, Natalie.
Yeah. So we haven't, and just confirmation that honesty is the only way, and blunt is good. So we've got people watching from Melbourne, Ohio, so Cleveland in the US,
Mhm.
and New South Wales. Oh, got someone. So you've also read Anastasia Enchanted. She's watching from South Korea.
Oh, cool.
And
Gomsimita.
Lee. Yeah. What was that?
Gomsimita.
Oh, okay, right.
I
I've
think
only
I
been
think I'm
to.
correct in saying that it's thank you in Korean, I think.
Okay. I've only been to Seoul Airport. That's all I've done. Um,
Got one from
I
UK.
might just do one more if that's okay.
Oh,
So
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So we've got Tanielle, I think. One of her.
Tanila.
Oh, Tanila. Sorry, Tanila. Can you please let me know if there's anything about a new man I've been dating, Chris, and anything? Oh, we'll just do that question about Chris, unless you're drawn to career-wise or something, because we've only got a few minutes.
Let's see. Chris. Oh, he's a funny man. So what's his Tanila? Tanila, I think Chris is interesting. He's got a real quirky side that's like really some people take it the wrong way. I think he's being really offensive and rude, but he's a character, all right.
Okay.
Really knows the moves and he knows the talk. And a very, very bright soul. I think he's very gifted in the gab and gifted in a lot of other things, which I won't mention. But he's a very interesting guy. Yeah, give him a go. I think he's going to be a bit of a hard one to crack, like the nutwise crack. Do you know what I mean? As a person to get through to. But once you've got him, he'll be yours for life. I think he's a really good man. Very special. Career-wise, yeah, you're going to change jobs, and it's going to be soon, within the next 2 months. And contracts in the future, you're going to have lots.
Yeah,
lots
wow.
of them. So give Chris a go. Just be careful. He's a bit of a funny one. He's got a real warped sense of humour. It's full on. Like I just see him laughing all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow. Interesting. Oh, there you go. So you've just found out about Chris. So we've got some more people from New South Wales. Oh, and Lisa Marie, who you read, has said thank you kindly. Much appreciated.
That's okay. Thank you.
So beautiful. Okay. I do have a guest coming on shortly, but I'm just waiting for her. I'm just seeing if there's maybe one more.
One?
Yeah. It's probably Lee. So this is Lee from the UK who's asked anything for her.
Bluntly, don't be tempted to do things you don't think you'd ever do in public.
Okay, right. Okay. Wow. Okay, there you go. I've got a picture of a naked dog in the profile. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I really think Lee is. She's fun. She's a real fun person. Really, really. Again, another compassionate soul. Another. I feel. I don't know if she works as a nurse or as a health worker, but I feel that she's really fun. Like when you go to the pub, like she's the life of the party. Like she's amazing. Really good.
Okay, right.
Wow. I feel also that she's got a lot of magic coming her way, and then in the next 5 months, there's going to be some real big opportunities coming up.
Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you, Lee. So thank you so much, Thorspel. That was amazing. You did about half a dozen readings. So for those of you who were lucky enough to have a reading, if you'd like a more in-depth reading, you can book with him looking at the link, rhondasreadings.com Ocean Wings. And that's not this weekend, but next weekends from Thursday to Sunday. We've got the Ocean Wings virtual reading room. And I've merely done this because of COVID, just allowing us to literally be able to connect with people who'd like readings. So I've got a range of readers, and you just saw how amazing Thorspel is. And as I said at the start, when he read for me, he was completely spot on, and he is straightforward, so you can expect that. But if you come to a reading with him, you just bring yourself, bring your questions, and bring an open mind.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add?
I can be really blunt with my readings, but I like to just do it in a way that's not confronting. Because if it is confronting, let me know. Because I want to work with the person I'm reading for.
Sure.
So, but that's how I am because of my Dutch heritage. I'm very direct and very open, and I'm open to other people's feelings. So it's just like
absolutely.
How you do it. Thank you very much for tonight, and thank you, the lovely ladies I read for and the guy I read for, and hopefully we'll get to give you a reading next week sometime when we have this beautiful event. Thank you, Rhonda, for letting me be a part of it.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, so that was Thorspel, who is absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to have him a part of this event. So he did obviously readings for about 6 of you, so you're really lucky. And as I said, if you missed out on the reading, or if you'd like a more in-depth reading, you can book him at Ocean Wings, looking at rhondasreadings.com/Ocean Wings. So that was my first guest for tonight. I also have another guest. This is Kristen. Kristen's from Nurtured Space. She will be doing readings looking at your Akashic records. She does quite a lot of other things, but I'll let her explain about that. But she's basically someone who you can have a more in-depth reading with her. So if you book for her at the Ocean Wings virtual reading room, my suggestion is to book a 30-minute reading with her rather than a 15-minute. So she's got enough time to go into that. So I'll just welcome Kristen to the stream. Hello.
Hi,
how are
Rhonda.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thanks. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Pleasure. I enjoyed that. I'm tough act to follow.
That's okay. I have no doubt that you're up to the challenge. So, I mean, all the readers read differently. And that's just what we do. And that's what I've done, is trying to select different people, so people who read differently. So, in terms of people booking in to see you, it's got to be the person that resonates with you. So,
that's right.
That's why you're here, to show people what you can do and how you read. But if you'd like to tell me a little bit more about yourself, Kristen.
Sure. So I've been working as an Akashic healer and reader for a few years now. I've always been very intuitive, and but the channeling has only really started to be a part of my life in a work-related way for the last 2 years. And I tune into the Akashic records, which is like a database and library of consciousness that is of all things that have ever occurred on the planet, past, present, future.
Okay. So it's kind of like a universal knowing kind of.
Yeah. So the word Akasha, is a Sanskrit word for ether. So I'm tuning into that consciousness, and it comes through, I access it through what's called the pathway prayer, which is, I learned that from Linda Howe, who's one of the foremost teachers internationally, and she teaches us to go through accessing this consciousness via a pathway prayer. And actually anyone can do it.
Okay. So you can learn to do it. And what's the prerequisite? Would you have to be sort of intuitive to begin with, or open-minded?
I think if you're naturally drawn to it, you probably are honing your intuitive skills. I mean, I think the more we raise our consciousness and frequency, the more we hone our intuitive skills. So every human being has the capacity.
Yeah. Okay. So So as I was saying, it's better off to have a 30-minute session with you than a 15-minute, because you do opening prayers and closing prayers, don't you, in getting in the records for reading?
Yeah, and I do that because I feel like I'm opening. It's a discerning container for me, and
Okay.
I do get intuitive guidance, but I love the structure of this. And if I'm giving someone advice, I feel like I just like to access the Akashics, and it's always unconditional, loving advice, which I know is everyone's intention anyway. But for me, that's where I gain my confidence, is being able to share from people's masters, teachers, and loved ones in the Akashic field, because then I think it's only ever guided based on what people feel, whatever that person's trajectory is. But we obviously know that you can change direction in life, and then that advice would adjust.
Yeah, for sure. So when you've got that connection, are you kind of aware of what you're saying, or is it almost like a direct channel that you say it? Like, would your voice ever change? Would you ever have an accent based on that connection, or is there anything like that? Or
my voice doesn't change. I feel like I'm in an incredibly loving environment, which is, and I feel like I'm just emitting that love out to whoever I'm reading. And I'm conscious, but I try to put myself to the side, obviously, with any channeling as much as I can. I've not experienced my voice changing. I think that I kind of like that I'm still in there somewhere.
Yeah, because it's not
very
something
visual for me.
Oh, okay. So you get a lot of clairvoyance messages visually, basically. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
and it was clairsentience as well, wasn't it? So you feel it and you see it.
Absolutely. So when I'm looking at someone's past life, it's really interesting when because we've all got perhaps, maybe thousands of past lives. I mean, who knows really? And some of them are a little darker than others. So I find it really interesting because I can feel the difference in the energy and shifting. And I've seen my own past lives, and some of them are a little bit, I've been shocked by myself. But we're here to learn. We're here to be a bit of both, and we're here to learn from both the light and the dark. And so when I feel that, it's quite amazing. It's just, it's a beautiful, I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting. My readings have changed over the years, and I now get past life information, and I haven't sought out to do that, but I literally get like a camera roll. So I get the audio visual of the past life to put in context the reading. And I just find it absolutely fascinating how spirit help. If you're on a roll and you're getting lots of information, it's because you're getting to the point of being able to help someone. But, it's fascinating that you get past life information as well through your healing and your delving into the records.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the records. Like, I certainly feel like Linda taught me that the records are there so we can access past lives to look at patterns that need releasing that are occurring in this lifetime. So, there's no judgment about anything that we do. If we come here on this earth to learn, why it's only when, like, let's say, for example, smoking, I've got no judgment about smoking. Yes, some believe that it's bad for you, but either way, if you've come here to learn about smoking, then all right, that's your lesson. Or if it's about driving safely, that's your lesson. And it's until it becomes uncomfortable for you that you might go, oh, I need to change a life pattern here. And that's when we get redirected. And when we are able to learn from our patterns, we create karma, we create dharma out of karma, and that can come from a past life. Those patterns can be from 3 past lives, and then it's this lifetime that we go, oh, wow, now I get it.
And a lot of the books you read on spirituality talk about, your contract while you're here. And often there's an interplay with other people or other circumstances. You're the one that's always the rescuer, or, you're always needing to be rescued or something. And isn't it beautiful to think that you can have a reading and actually take charge of that and work that out so you don't have to repeat it? I find that absolutely profound that you can do that.
It's really empowering, and I think the thing is, we've all got access to this guidance from Source, and even if it's just part of being quiet for a moment and listening to whatever that inner voice is, that higher power, and it's always the most beautiful advice when you just pause and listen. And obviously what we do is taking that to the next level.
Yeah.
And I've been amazed by some of the guidance that I've been given through the Akashics and how poignant and helpful it is. Now, obviously, we're human beings and we go back to doing some of the things that, our habits and our patterns are harder to change and shift than others. But it's just lovely reassurance.
Beautiful. Did you want to do any readings tonight?
Look, I could. I would be more than happy to open. I'd try and make it swift, and absolutely, because I love helping people. That's why that's my purpose. I'm here to be of assistance.
Beautiful. All right, I might. I'm trying not to pick someone I've already picked. So I'm going to choose Melinda Grobble. She's asking if there's anything for her tonight.
All right. Hi, Melinda. I'm going to jump in and open, so just bear with me. I might not read it all aloud if that's all right, but I'll start. So we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, courage, guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. Help me to know Melinda Grob in the light of the Akashic records, to see Melinda Grob through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of Melinda Grob have for her. The records are now open. I'm seeing you, Melinda, in a really beautiful way, that you're embracing lightness in your life and engaging with things that uplift your spirit. I'm sensing from the Akashic field that it's sometimes a little bit hard to maintain that, but that is your inner essence, is to be light-hearted and playful. And it's a little bit hard with the restrictions that you've been under, and they're sensing and acknowledging that you would like to travel, to perhaps be reunited, perhaps be reunited with your family, I think. And they acknowledge the difficulty that it is to keep this lightheartedness when things are a little bit challenging in the world. I'm just going to ask them if they can give you some guidance in how to help support your spiritual essence, which is lovely and it brings a lot of light to the world. So there's something special for you in flowers, and I'm not sure whether they're peonies or there's color and light that comes into your life when you connect with flowers. And it sounds very simple, but even the act of connecting in nature is important for you, and connecting with your nature spirits and colour is also very supportive for you. I'm just going to ask which colours might help you, because sometimes these are very simple techniques, but they really do resonate in supporting the spirit through difficult, challenging times, which is a lot of what I do with Nurtured Space, is just to help support us with what we need for day to day to feel good. So if you can get your feet, if you're near the beach, if you can get your feet on the sand or on the grass, it's important to be able to, just a second, sweetie, I'm in a reading. I've got my little monkey who's come in to say hello.
Please watch.
Hello, monkey.
Reading.
Budding-
sorry.
budding reader.
Yeah, my mini reader. So I
Please
think,
watch something.
sweetie, talk to Dad. I'm in a reading. I'm just doing a live. Thank you. So even if it's for you, Melinda, just self-care and connecting with nature and getting into the bath and getting in touch with just lifting your spirit up again through flowers and maybe even essential oils, and honoring yourself. Who you are is beautiful. The world is shifting and changing, and we're waiting for the opportunity to travel, but just don't lose the hope and faith in what you need to be through this, and continue to do that. And I'm getting rose essential oil might also help you just to feel uplifted at the moment, and keep dancing.
That's beautiful.
Would you like to ask anything, Melinda, before I close?
Yeah, Melinda, if you can post another comment if you want to ask anything. That's beautiful. I also picked up flowers, and I picked up I could smell essential oils as you were, like I was getting information as you were saying that. So that's beautiful. Okay, so no, I don't think Melinda's commented. No, that's okay. We can close with Melinda. She hasn't commented. Thank you.
All right. Well, take care. And I'd like to thank the Masters, teachers and loved ones for their love and compassion. And I would like to thank the Lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And I would like to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for knowledge and healing. The records are now closed. Amen. The records are now closed. Amen. The records are now closed. Amen. All right.
Beautiful. Thank you. So for those of you who have just joined us, this is Kristen from the Nurtured Space, who is going to be one of the readers. So both Thorspel and Kristen are going to be available the Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday at the Ocean Wings virtual reading room. Okay. Would you be happy doing one more?
Sure.
Yeah. So this is Michelle. Michelle, I love her energy. She was saying hi to Thorspel and hello to you, and it sounds like she's quite curious. She's never had a past life reading, but she's curious about it because of some of the fears she has. So it's kind of not a question, but she's sort of, if you can sort of look into the records and perhaps give any clarity as to fears she has.
Absolutely, Michelle. I would love to help with that. Okay, so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. Help me to know Michelle Stowers in the light of the Akashic Records, to see Michelle Stowers through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of Michelle Stowers have for her. The records are now open. So, Michelle, what I'm getting straight up is that you had a life where you were washing and working hard by the river. It was during a time where several hundred years ago, and life was pretty tough. Life was tough because you had a lot to do. There wasn't much help. And I can see you by the river washing. I'm just going to ask the masters, teachers, and loved ones how many children you have, if you have children. So you have 4 children, one very young one that's more or less by your hip, and she sits with you as you wash and lug and work really hard. And your husband is, he's kind of a bit dismissive of what you do, and doesn't really but he's like a man of that time, you know. They're into doing what they do during the day to help get food on the table, bread on the table, and you're doing, life is tough. But your husband likes to go to the pub, I'm afraid, and just drink, and you're pretty much left to your own devices, or the tavern in those days. And it was very bitter and cold for you during winter, and it was hard for you to keep your children warm and hard for you to feed them. And I'm not sure if you struggle with worrying about how to put food on the table, or if you struggle with meeting your needs on your basic needs, because during that lifetime it was very difficult for you to meet those needs. Your husband wasn't very supportive, although you kept having babies together, you know, and it's a little bit like being at the mercy of that life, and not getting a lot of support. I think you moved away from your family, so you were not in your own village environment so much. You were away from your family, and your husband just didn't offer you much comfort. I'm just going to ask your masters, teachers, and loved ones what happened to you in this lifetime, whether you grew to a ripe old age, or what happened with your children. And all right, so you lost your youngest, so you lost one of your children, and this perhaps could be contributing to the fear of survival. And you lost your youngest to pneumonia or something, that high fevers, and you tried very hard to save her. And there was a lot of grief and sadness for this process. So we just ask that you move into this space, move into a space within your heart where you can give this part of yourself from this past life forgiveness and love for who she needed to be in order to survive, and who she needed to be in the process of what was a very difficult and challenging life. And your other 3 children actually grew to be adults, and you were able to say goodbye to them and let them go on to their lives. So unfortunately, in many lives that we choose, we have a soul contract. We come in and we may not be here on this earth for a long time in the case of children passing. And it's forgiveness that you can offer yourself for this past life where you did everything you could do. So just bring that into your heart now and trust that in this lifetime, everything is provided for you. Trust that there's not the same challenges, even though there are many unknowns. And I ask you to come into your faith and, light a candle for yourself to feel connected with spirit, to feel supported when you feel fears coming in. And the experience of this lifetime that's come up in this reading is to help support you and empower you around being so brave and looking at your fears and knowing that they absolutely are from a past life. And you learned from this past life as well, and I'll be quick on saying this, that difficult things happen to us, tragedies happen to us, but it's out of our hands. And the more you love yourself and the more you try to surround yourself with people who love you that way as well, it just gets easier. And, it gets easier.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Kristen, for that.
That's all right. I'll quickly close. I would like to thank the Masters, teachers and loved ones for their love and compassion. And I would like to thank the Lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And I would like to thank the Holy Spirit of light for knowledge and healing. The records are now closed. Amen.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, so hopefully, Michelle, that gives you a bit of insight into that past life where there were some fears about not providing and almost not being good enough kind of thing, not being appreciated and that sort of thing. And that's, do you feel that that's sort of enough, like it's certainly a start to almost like acknowledging it, letting it go, and then changing perspective, like shifting that energy?
Yeah, because as soon as you acknowledge that maybe it's come from a past life, and it starts to integrate really almost immediately the energy of this pattern, because it's just the acknowledgement that it's not necessarily a fear that has been experienced directly in this lifetime, but we always find evidence for whatever our ego wants us to believe. But healing can take lifetimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, I do feel, and this came up with Thorspel as well, it's almost, my feeling is though we hear things when we're ready to hear them. And if we're thinking about something or having recurring dreams or getting the same sign, there's a reason for that. And it's kind of like we're ready to deal with it. So I do believe that the universe helps us, like that we can't sort of come into the world and know everything and have no challenges, because then you don't learn, you don't grow. But I do feel like, they're on the universe is on our side, for us to grow and learn.
Absolutely. And there's so much help available when we, come into that peace and quiet and ask for help. And that's the key thing, asking for help, because suddenly you get repetitive numbers that are signs, and then you start to hear things and synchronicities. And when we shift our patterns as well, it's so beautiful, because other doorways open up and suddenly we're starting to experience new things. It's all about releasing fears, right? And
absolutely.
The more we release, the more we move into being, living this kind of incredible life.
Yeah, Absolutely, 100%. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Kristen. I really appreciate your time. And
Thanks,
for the
Rhonda.
2 lucky ladies who had readings with you, if you'd like a more in-depth reading, or if anyone's missed out and and Kristen really resonates with you, you can book a reading with her at Ocean Wings Virtual Reading Room. So not this weekend, but next weekend. And Kristen is available Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And I will be doing readings again myself in a few weeks or 2 weeks' time. And I will also resume my spiritual book reviews and a couple other exciting announcements. But obviously, for now, my Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and my Fridays at 12 p.m. I will be hosting more psychics that are going to be at my virtual reading room. So you can at least get to know them and see what to expect if you have a reading. So I'm just looking at a couple more comments. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Appreciate it. Hi, Hayley. Just posting up. Oh, thank you so much, Rondell. Yeah, okay. Oh, hi, Tinker. So we've actually had a couple of readers that are going to be joining us at the virtual reading room. So Tinker's one of them as well. So tonight you met Thorspel and Kristen. And in the past lives, you've met Kelly, the animal communicator, and Kimberly. So I was lucky enough to get a reading myself with Kimberly. So if you're drawn to any of the readers, or if you'd like to see who's actually doing readings, have a look at my website. So rhondasreadings.com/oceanwings is where you'll be able to read descriptions of the readers. I also have a Facebook event. So the Facebook event page is Ocean Wings Virtual Reading Room. So please like and share the event page on Facebook, and that's where you'll be able to read further details about the psychics and about the readers. I don't say there's 12 psychic readers. There's about 10 psychic readers, and there's people that do a couple of interesting things like the Akashic records with Kristen. So lots of different readers to choose from, and that's what I like to do because it really keeps things interesting in sort of what, like you go to a reader that you're drawn to, so someone that resonates with you. So if you'd like to look at any fears or patterns of behavior or going to past lives, then that's Kristen. If you're more drawn to the shamanic or, the quite direct readings, then that's Thorspel. If you want to understand your pet, your animal, then that's Kelly. So that's where you'll sort of go to for a bit of help and a bit of guidance with that. So thank you so much for everyone for watching, and I'll see you next Friday at 12 p.m. And I really look forward to it. Take care.